Forget the cliches. Forget the narco-tourism and the tired tropes. We're going deeper, past the headlines and the hype, to a Colombia that simmers with a raw, chaotic beauty. This is a place that grabs you by the collar, drags you down its cobblestone streets, and doesn't let go. We're talking about a country where snow-capped Andes crash into steamy jungles and where the coffee is strong enough to kickstart your heart. This is Colombia, unfiltered and unapologetic. From the salsa clubs of Cali to the lost cities swallowed by jungle vines, this ain't your grandma's package tour, folks. This is the real deal. Cartagena. Even the name drips with history, with the sweat of conquistadors and the echoes of slave ships. The air here is thick, not just with humidity, but with the weight of stories. Within these weathered walls, Spanish colonial grandeur hasn't just been preserved, it's been bottled up, fermented, and aged like a fine rum. Walk down these narrow streets and you're transported back centuries. The pastel-colored buildings, balconies overflowing with bougainvillea, whisper tales of pirates and poets, of forbidden love and bloody conquest. It's a city that seduces you with its beauty, but scratch the surface and you'll find a darker, more complex history. But that's the thing about Cartagena. It doesn't shy away from its past. It wears it like a badge of honor, a scar that tells a story. You can practically hear the clack of carriage wheels on the cobblestones, feel the ghosts of sailors and merchants brushing past you in the crowded plazas. This is a city best explored with a glass of rum in hand, the scent of spices in the air, and a willingness to get lost in its labyrinthine streets. Leave your guidebook at home, lose yourself in the rhythm of the salsa music, and let Cartagena work its magic on you. Medellin. 20 years ago, you wouldn't have caught me dead here. A city synonymous with violence, with Escobar's reign of terror. But cities, like people, can change. They can heal. And Medellin, well, Medellin has undergone a goddamn metamorphosis. The scars are still there, etched into the city's soul, a reminder of darker days. But rising from those ashes, you'll find a spirit of resilience, a fierce pride that's palpable. Nowhere is this transformation more evident than in the Medellin Botanical Garden, a lush oasis in the heart of the city. These gardens are a testament to the city's rebirth, a symbol of hope amidst the concrete jungle. Walk through these tranquil pathways, surrounded by vibrant flora and the murmur of fountains, and you'll feel a sense of peace that's almost unsettling. It's a stark contrast to the city's violent past, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, life finds a way. But don't mistake this tranquility for weakness. Medellin is still a city with an edge, a place where the pulse of life beats a little faster. It's a city that's looking towards the future while acknowledging its past. And that, my friends, is a powerful combination. Forget your double-shot soy lattes, folks. We're talking about coffee the way it was meant to be experienced. Deep in the heart of Colombia, nestled between those lush green Andean slopes, lies Quindio. This ain't just geography, it's the soul of Colombian coffee. The air here, it's different. Thick with the aroma of roasting beans, the scent of hard work, and generations of tradition. You can taste the history in every cup, the sweat of the farmers who meticulously handpick each bean. This is a place where life moves at the pace of a hand-cranked coffee grinder. But it's not just about the final product, it's about the journey. The winding roads that snake through the mountains, taking you past villages where time seems to stand still. The warmth of the locals, always ready with a smile and a steaming cup of tinto. This is an experience that gets under your skin. And that, my friends, is something truly special. Close your eyes and picture this. Turquoise waves crashing against pristine beaches, the air thick with the scent of salt and jungle. Welcome to Tayrona National Park, a place where the raw, untamed beauty of nature will leave you breathless. We're talking dense, emerald green rainforest teeming with life, monkeys swinging through the canopy, exotic birds flashing their plumage. This is biodiversity at its finest, a symphony of nature's orchestra playing out against a backdrop of towering mountains that plunge dramatically into the sea. And those beaches, forget your crowded tourist traps. This is the real deal. Secluded coves, soft white sand, crystal clear water, perfect for snorkeling and diving. You can lose yourself for days, exploring hidden waterfalls, trekking through ancient ruins, and feeling the pulse of the earth beneath your feet. This is a place to disconnect, to unplug from the digital world and reconnect with something primal, something deep within yourself. So ditch the itinerary, forget about tomorrow, and let Tayrona work its magic. You won't regret it. Forget grand cathedrals with stained glass and soaring arches. We're going underground, deep into the heart of a mountain, to witness a testament to faith carved in salt. Welcome to the Salt Cathedral of Zipaquira, a place that will challenge your perceptions and leave you in awe. Imagine this: tunnels spiraling down into the darkness, illuminated by soft, ethereal light. And then, you turn a corner and there it is, a cathedral carved entirely out of salt, a subterranean masterpiece that defies description. Massive salt sculptures, shimmering in the dim light, depict the Stations of the Cross, a testament to the faith of the miners who risked their lives in these very tunnels. You can feel the weight of history here, the presence of the thousands who have walked these hallowed halls before you. The air is thick with silence, broken only by the soft murmur of prayers and the gentle drip of water, a reminder of the mountain that entombs this sacred space. This isn't just a cathedral, it's an experience, a journey into the depths of faith and human ingenuity. It's a reminder that beauty can be found in the most unexpected places, that sometimes you have to venture into the darkness to find the light. Forget the overdeveloped, over-commercialized Caribbean you think you know. This ain't some spring break cliché with watered-down margaritas and sunburns. This is San Andres and Providencia, a place where the turquoise water is so clear you can practically count the grains of sand 30 feet below the surface. A place where the seafood is so fresh, it practically leaps from the ocean onto your plate. We're talking about a different kind of Caribbean vibe here. The kind of place where you can still find a little slice of paradise all to yourself. Where the locals welcome you with open arms and a smile that could melt glaciers. You can spend your days exploring hidden coves, snorkeling amongst vibrant coral reefs, or simply kicking back on the beach with a cold beer in hand. But whatever you do, make sure you savor every moment. Because trust me, once you've experienced the raw, untamed beauty of San Andres and Providencia, you'll never look at the Caribbean the same way again. We're leaving the beaten path now, kids, venturing into the heart of darkness, where the air is thick with humidity and the jungle floor crawls with life. This is the Amazon rainforest near Leticia, Colombia, and trust me, it's unlike any place you've ever been. Forget your 5-star hotels and air-conditioned comfort. Out here, it's just you, the jungle, and the creatures that call it home. Monkeys screeching through the canopy, macaws flashing their rainbow plumage, caimans lurking beneath the murky water. This is nature in its rawest, most untamed form. You can spend your days hiking through the jungle, learning about medicinal plants from indigenous tribes, or fishing for piranhas in the Blackwater rivers. But be warned, this isn't a theme park. This is the real deal, and it demands respect. So come prepared to sweat, to be humbled, to be awed by the sheer scale and biodiversity of this incredible ecosystem. It's a journey that will stay with you long after you've left the jungle floor. Off the coast of Cartagena, scattered like emeralds across the Caribbean Sea, lies the Rosario Islands. This archipelago, my friends, is a postcard-perfect paradise. Think pristine beaches, swaying palm trees, and water so clear you can practically see your own reflection. But the real beauty of the Rosario Islands lies beneath the surface. We're talking vibrant coral reefs teeming with life, kaleidoscopic fish darting in and out of the coral, sea turtles gliding gracefully through the crystal clear waters. Spend your days snorkeling or diving in this underwater wonderland. Explore hidden coves and deserted beaches, or simply kick back on the sand with a good book and a cold drink. The Rosario Islands are a place to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life. A place to reconnect with nature, recharge your batteries, and remind yourself what truly matters. They call Popayan the Ciudad Blanca, the White City, and man, it ain't no lie. You walk these streets, and it's like stepping into a postcard from another century. Whitewashed buildings everywhere you look, balconies draped in flowers, cobblestone streets that whisper stories of conquistadors and revolutions. Popayan's beauty is a bit haunting, though. It's a beauty born from a past that ain't always pretty. You can feel the weight of history here, in the grand colonial churches and the quiet squares. This place has seen it all, from Spanish rule to bloody uprisings. But that's what makes it so damn compelling. Underneath that pristine white facade, there's a raw, visceral energy. This is a city that's seen its share of darkness, but it's come out the other side. It's resilient. It's proud. So yeah, come for the photo ops. Get your Instagram shots of the whitewashed buildings and the flower-filled plazas, but then stick around, have a drink in a dimly lit bar, listen to the locals tell their stories, and feel the pulse of a city that's as beautiful as it is complex. Forget your 5-star resorts and your cushy tour buses. This ain't that kind of trip, folks. This is the real deal. We're talking about a trek into the heart of the Sierra Nevada, sweating your way through dense jungle, fording rivers, and sleeping under the stars. Why do we do it? Because at the end of that grueling journey, something extraordinary awaits the lost city, Ciudad Perdida, a sprawling complex of stone terraces and ancient ruins swallowed by the jungle centuries ago. This is Indiana Jones territory, people discovered by accident in the 70s. This place was once a thriving metropolis for the Tayrona people, a civilization that disappeared long before the Spanish ever set foot here. Now, it's a pilgrimage for adventurers and those seeking a connection to something ancient and unknowable. And trust me, when you finally arrive, after days of hiking and sweating and questioning your life choices, you'll be breathless, not just from the exertion, but from the sheer, awe-inspiring majesty of the place. It's a humbling reminder that long after we're gone, nature endures. Guatapé. You wouldn't think a place like this could exist, and yet, here it is. A riot of color splashed across a hillside, overlooking a lake that looks like it was carved out by giants. Every building, a kaleidoscope, every corner a photo op. It's almost too much, you know? Almost. And then there's El Pinol, this monolithic rock defying gravity and common sense, rising out of the water like a middle finger to the gods. You climb it, of course, hundreds of stairs snaking up its side, past souvenir vendors hawking trinkets and gasping tourists. The view from the top? Let's just say, it's worth every bead of sweat, every aching muscle. Down below, boats weave through the water, leaving white trails in their wake. The air is thin, the sun is strong, and you can see for miles in every direction. This is the kind of place that makes you feel small, insignificant, and strangely, wonderfully alive all at the same time. You could spend hours just staring out at that view, letting the world drift by. And maybe that's the point of a place like Guatapé. To remind us that there's still beauty in the world, still wonder, still things that can take your breath away. Deep in the heart of Colombia, nestled on the banks of the Magdalena River, lies Mompox, a town that time seems to have forgotten. Cobblestone streets echo with the ghosts of conquistadors and revolutionaries. The air thick with the scent of history, of stories whispered on the breeze. This is a place where the past isn't dead. It's not even past. You can feel it in the crumbling grandeur of the colonial architecture, in the slow, deliberate rhythm of life. It's a place where you can imagine Gabriel Garcia Marquez wandering the streets, conjuring up the magical realism that would make him famous. Mompox isn't for everyone. It's hot, humid, and the mosquitoes can be relentless. But for those willing to venture off the beaten path, it offers a glimpse into the soul of Colombia, a soul untouched by the frenetic pace of modern life. Come here to get lost, to wander aimlessly through sun-drenched squares and sip strong coffee in dusty cafes. Come here to listen to the river whisper its ancient secrets, and to feel the weight of history on your shoulders. So there you have it. 12 goddamn good reasons to get your ass on a plane and get down to Colombia. From the cobblestone streets of Cartagena to the cloud forests of the coffee region, from the lost city of the Tayrona to the surreal beauty of Guatapé, this country will grab you by the soul and never let go.